Okay, this will be about APIs, hosting and posting. Holy cow, my hair looks awful today. Anyways, I haven't made a blog post in a couple of days, and some people were asking what in the world I really meant with hosting and posting and APIs and all that cool stuff. They kind of liked where I was going, and here it is. Normally, when someone does affiliate marketing, there's a search engine here. I'll just do Google or Yahoo or whatever, and there'll be these ads on the side. You click on the ad, and the ad goes to, if you're just doing the typical thin-side affiliate marketing that Jason was talking about at Affiliate Summit that's bad and everything, that goes to either, on Google, it'll go to a squeeze page, which will be one of two things, okay? First thing is it'll be a comparison site. Like, let's say there'll be offer number 1 and offer number 2. And there'll be a list of what this one has, what this one has, this one has, this one has, and then there'll be a thing saying pick an offer. And so there is some good information there. It tells the user, here's some cool stuff, and then they click there, and this will go to, both of those will usually go to a CJ link. So there's a CJ page or a link share page, it really doesn't matter. They go to an affiliate page, and so this right here, Google likes these right now. They're not really classified as a thin site, but it's not really what I would call, I mean, it's okay. So there's that one, and this one is currently okay. And then there's the one that's not okay, but people still do, where it goes to an offer, and essentially there's a couple of things. One, it's just a redirect. So this page does nothing but redirect to the CJ or link share, Pepper Jam, wherever you want to go. Never would have ads, wherever. It goes to that site, and so the user as far as the user is concerned, they click here, and then they go here. And the affiliate makes money by sending a redirect, and then tracking and only sending money, and then only paying enough money to make, they pay less here than they make here, and so they're happy, and everybody's getting money. But for the consumer, I mean, the affiliate's not really offering anything to the consumer. And I mean, in Google's mind, and I think they're right, it was like, well, we can do that because, so Google's essentially trying to get rid of these guys. Yahoo has just recently let these people come back in. MSN doesn't really care, and all the other guys, 7Search, Miva, and so on, they're just happy to get traffic, so they don't care either. But both of these, I mean, they're okay, but this is not what I would call the whole host and post thing I was talking about. And I've got a couple of sites like this already, and I think they're good because it helps you actually build a brand and work on building a particular web community around something as opposed to just landing pages and trying to squeeze people to them. On those, it starts out very similar. You have your Google, Yahoo, and so on, and the ads that they click on, those ads go to your web page. And your web page, let's say you have the offer on your actual page itself. Let's say you want them to fill out a form for a car loan or anything. So you have your website about car loans, and you have some information here, some good information. You know, not just some gobbledygook to make Google happy, but real actual information. Let's say you have your menu over here. Maybe you have some forums. Maybe you have a blog. And you know, it's a good website. So you build the website focusing on good content for SEO, and in your little article sections, you may have a link or the actual form itself that sends, you know, first name, last name, and whatever else that you need. Now the cool thing about using an API or a host and post or a direct post, there's a bunch of different names for it in the industry. Nobody's really picked this is what we want to call it yet, industry-wide. But what happens is when the user fills this out, this is not in here. This is on your server on your website. This is not something that's just an iframe or something like that. This is real content on your page. When the user clicks on that, your server, this information goes back to your web server. And then your web server talks to the affiliate, either CJ or Linkshare or whoever. Actually, we're not going to be CJ or Linkshare because those guys don't do this anyways. But I'm going to draw this down so my head's not in the way. doesn't go there, goes here to the vendor. These are the people that actually pay you the money. And so your web server takes this information, sends it to the vendor, and the vendor looks at it and says, this is a valid lead, a valid sale, a valid whatever, or it's not. And if it's valid, then there's a thank you page that you and the vendor have agreed on to display information. So when they do that, you send them to another page on your server, on your website, that says thank you, you'll be contacted, and so on and so forth. And at the same time, this gives you two opportunities. Is one, the consumer doesn't feel like they've been bounced around from one site to the other and they're not really confused, because the layout for your website is the exact same as the layout for the thank you page. You're not using red and they're not using green. That makes sense? And it gives you an opportunity to look at what the response was. If the response was good, then you can just say thank you. And if the response was bad, like let's say their credit score wasn't high enough or something like that, that gives you an opportunity to upsell them on something else and help them get to where they want to be. So they want a car loan, but they have bad credit. You can say, well, you don't have good enough credit, but if you want to get a car loan, these are some things that you can do to improve your credit. And then you can use that to parlay into more and more things. So it's this kind of thing is I think where affiliate marketing needs to go into the future. None of the thin sites, none of the just regular pay-per-click, just to a landing page and that's it. I mean, that's all fine and dandy, and you can make money doing that. And you can make good money doing that. But in order to do something long term, you want to do something like this, because then you can actually build a brand around it. And this is better for SEO purposes too, because you're actually building a real website, a real community. So like after they fill this out, you can say thank you, and then you can direct them to a forum, or you can. If it's okay with the vendor, you have to make sure that these guys are okay with it. You can use the email address and do a newsletter and so on and so forth about the things that this particular community is interested in. Hopefully, this little diagram explains what in the world I was talking about with hosting and posting and APIs and white labeling and all that kind of stuff. This is where I think it needs to go for affiliates, so that way consumers get good, real websites, and everybody should be happy. Questions? Nope, no questions. Of course not. It's just me.